Hello and welcome to Salt All the Things, where today we're going to launch a new raid mechanic where players wager their DPS for a chance at actually getting gear. Just kidding, maybe. I'm Rocket, that's Trog,
Hey, everybody.
and today we're joined by a very special salty guest, Winmar. Say hi, Winmar.
Hi, Winmar.
Yes, perfect. Today we're going to be talking about World of Warcraft. But first, Trog, any game updates? Any fun stuff?
Well, as always, I have to comment on your joke. You
Oh, no.
realize if that was the system, you would never get any gear, sir.
I didn't say we were wagering high DPS. We could go golf rules.
Let's see. For me, it's been mostly working on my my tank and my warlock. That's been most of my time in game. I have recently decided to change the way. I actually have an auction house moment today. So I've been dealing with the
Hooray!
auction house stuff a little bit differently. I've been, when I get transmogs out of legacy dungeons, I've usually just like disenchant all of them and then sell the enchanting mats. Well, I'm trying to experiment to see if I can get some transmog money coming in. So every time that I get a piece, I check to see if it's already in my transmog. Then I send it to my auctioneer, and I've made a few grand over the last couple of days. I'm not sure if it's worth it yet, but I'm experimenting with it. So that's where my
Interesting.
head's been inside game.
For myself, just doing the Altaholic Wheel of Destiny, and very recently, due to Trog's unwillingness to read my character's name correctly, I had to do a name change for my shaman, who is now Betrayal Bill officially. And yeah, having a good time on the shaman. I've decided on shaman main for season 2, and Rocket will be survival as my backup. So yeah.
I object to that characterization.
What? That you can't read?
Yeah, that's not right.
I'm sorry. I really shouldn't call out your shortcomings. I'm sorry. Do you feel targeted?
I feel totally targeted, dude.
Well, you should, because I targeted you.
Fair.
No housing updates. Waiting for the big patch when all the fun changes and stuff take into effect. I did finally get around to posting walkthroughs of both of my housing projects. I'm eagerly anticipating the ability to do things to Trog Tower, but I don't know that that's happening in 12.1.
That sounds.
But I do know
dirty.
that the yes, do things to Trog Tower. Mwahaha. But I do know that like the export, kind of like Tmog for your house, will be available in 12.1. So that's exciting.
That's a fun characterization.
I mean, it's literally what it is. You're able to just copy paste and slap somebody else's, Tmog on your house.
Oh, I might actually have a house,
Yeah.
rather than the single rug that I have in there.
So what's pretty cool is, like, I've been doing a lot of reading and, people's wish lists and everything like that. But the cool thing is I think you can just copy the shell of the house. So like you can get it unfurnished. So if you just want their house appearance, you can just copy that. Or if you actually want everything down to like the chairs and stuff, you can do that as well.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
a
so,
feature
like,
I'll use, but sure.
So like if someone has like a really cool shell of a house, but you want to like go room by room and make it your own, you still can.
That is an interesting approach to that.
Yeah. I'm interested. It'll be kind of fun to see what they do and where they go with it. But other than that, not much going on. Is there any other WoW news that we need to cover, Trog? Anything else happening?
No, but I do want to talk about a couple of things from both my end and to report on games I'm playing outside of WoW. So first off, on games I'm playing outside of WoW, I'm still obsessed with Slay the Spire. So if any of our listeners
are
would
you?
like to play a game of Slay the Spire with me, just
I'm going to
reach out.
target you again. I'm going to target you again.
Why are you targeting me?
He's probably playing it right now, everybody.
Oh, that's true. I am usually playing that game even if I'm doing something else.
Yep.
And the other thing is the guild website for anybody that's listening to this and participates in our raids. I have just done a reset, so everybody can go in. We're going to build the roster up fresh and start going again. For me, that's awesome because now every time I go in there, it shows me my warrior by default instead of my druid, so awesome stuff. And I am currently working on an add-on. I'm not going to talk about it a ton, but I'm working on a transmog-based item that I'll reveal once it's a little further along. But this is all...
I'm excited for that.
This is all kind of a prelude. I've got 3 WoW add-ons that I'm building right now, and at the end of this, I think I'll have the knowledge that I need to bring the guild website into the game so that we can do like set up the events for the officers directly from inside the game, and it will make a Discord event for you. You don't have to do it yourself. And
Yay.
all of the gear plan stuff, because Rocket loves that other add-on that has some of the functionality of my site. So I'm looking to replace that functionality with functionality of my own, scraped from all the different places, and give people a way in-game to like see all kinds of different guides, compare how they are, so you can kind of pick the best from each. So that's what I'm working on, is all the stuff you can do on the guild webpage today, but having all of that inside the game directly. And one of the add-ons I'm working on is going to expand the Crafter's Corner to be really pretty awesome. So stay tuned, and I'll keep updating everybody as that moves forward.
I like how you targeted the targeter.
Yeah.
You ever hear the phrase, technology advanced enough seems like magic to someone?
Yeah.
That's what coding is to me. Everything that Trog does with coding is just fucking, yeah, that's magic.
Yeah.
There's no explaining that.
So I've said it before, and I'll say it again because I don't think I've said it very recently. But everything that you create is helpful, man. Like all the AI tools that you built for us just running this podcast, me coming up with my ideas, like my word salad, I can type it into the thing and it'll actually create something worthwhile. So, like, don't ever think that just because I'm hyped about an add-on that works so well in game that I don't appreciate the work that you do, sir.
I know, dude. I'm just giving you a little bit of garbage, but I appreciate
By the way, that
your support.
add-on's called Class Codex, everybody. Make sure you have it.
Screw you.
I just had to do it.
You're such a dick.
Yeah, you're pretty good at this organization stuff. You should like run a guild or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it's, well, we can't do that because then he'd be responsible for posting raid nights and posting podcasts.
And let me tell you, that
he
is
would just
never going to happen on time.
he would just get lost in the sauce.
I can't even remember to post the podcast on time, so you guys can't trust me with guild
Right.
scheduling.
Right. It's almost like you need officers or something.
Yeah, good
Oh,
thing I
this
don't
week.
have any of those that help out Rocket.
Hey, I help out tons, just not the way you want me to.
That's
I show up to raid. I mean, that's what I do.
I help the people who need help gearing and playing alts because that's all I do.
I love the representation of minimum possible effort. Thank you, Winmar.
Yes,
That's what I'm here for.
you're fitting in quite nicely already.
That's true.
Well, without further ado, then, I feel like we can dive into the topic if everybody's ready.
I'm not ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Well, today, everybody, we're talking about Beyond Bosses, the unsung heroes of raids. And why this means a little bit something extra special to me is I'm going to call out Winmar a little bit because he keeps raid night entertaining. We may not necessarily be progressing on a fight, but he definitely keeps my spirits up and the morale of the group high. So I want to publicly acknowledge that and say thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm really bad at writing down jokes, so I can never be a stand-up comedian. So I just do it at raid night. This is my
Well, just
outlet.
keep channeling that energy, man. What's the problem with this boss mechanic?
I got to point out, you didn't compliment his skill in healing or anything or participation in the raid. No. You left that to the
Hey,
side.
excuse you. I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah,
We
that's
are
not
at the
my job.
beginning of the episode, sir. praises and ego stroking may come later.
Oh, I didn't know we were stroking in this podcast.
But yeah, Winmar. So I know that you're relatively new to pull all the things. I still technically am. I've only been here a little while. But why don't you give everyone kind of some insight as to what brought you to World of Warcraft and how long you've been playing and what kind of roles you enjoy and that kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, so I guess my WoW story is weird because the first time I ever played WoW was in 2012 when Mist of Pandaria came out. I know I said I'm a new player to WoW, but the first time I played was MoP.
I mean,
And
that's still relatively new compared to some of us.
well, I only played the free version because I was 12 years old and I didn't have any money.
Ouch.
But the pandas that could be both Horde and Alliance, because I mean, I obviously knew about World of Warcraft. Everyone knows about it, especially if you play video games. It's just a cultural thing. So hearing about the pandas that could be both of the big, factions, I was like, yeah, this is sick. And then I tried to play WoW and MoP. I got to like level 30 and then never touched it again.
Nice.
Well, that was a short story. Good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But what brought you back?
Eventually it was just some friends that like doing PvP. I think it was in like Shadowlands. They were doing a lot of PvP. And so I got on, I leveled the character, got it to 90 or whatever the max was in Shadowlands.
I don't
And
even
we just
remember.
we just did Battlegrounds and that's what I did. I would do that for a while and I'd stop playing WoW and then I came back in Dragonflight and I did Mythic Dungeons. And that's all I did was Mythic Plus. And then I stopped playing for the entirety of the War Within. And then Midnight came around and I'd watched all the races, the Race to World First. I watched all throughout the War Within Liquid, just shit stomping them.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I want to raid now. So I came back. Midnight released, and I bought it and said, sure, I'm gonna get into WoW raiding one way or another, and pull all the things. It was like one of the first guilds I applied to, and you guys just, yeah, sure, come on, and now I'm raiding.
You met your
See,
goal.
So what I'm
Yeah.
hearing is, lucky for you, our standards were low.
Yeah, exactly. You guys took someone that's literally never raided in WoW before, and they're like, yeah, put him on the team. Worked out.
Hell yeah,
But
dude.
the positive spin of that is not only were our standards low, but we help others excel.
Well, some of us did.
I think I've gotten worse at the game, but all right.
He's
Well, I
not going
don't
to
know.
give you
So-
any credit, sir.
So one of the key things that you bring to the table, and I'm going to throw it out there, and I'm pretty sure Trog will agree because he knows right where I'm going with this. Your ability to play the game and do callouts is admirable, and I applaud it. So, for those who aren't aware, during the Lura encounter, there's all the little shapes that pop up, and what are they, Winmar?
You got the triangle, and then we got square, and then circle, and then diamond, and then T. I don't think there's a square.
You
I'm
forgot
pretty-
one. You forgot one.
T, diamond, circle, triangle,
Blank marks the spot.
X. X.
Yeah, there you go.
The funny thing is, I started off that list of shapes with just an incorrect shape. There is
Yes.
no square. I just
Yes,
started
you,
with
yes, you did. You replaced square. You replaced X with square.
That's good.
It's been a minute since I did the lure fight.
It has been a minute, but in your defense, but still, just the fact that you remembered 90% of them just off the top of your head,
I mean, you remembered more than I did.
right?
I mean, that's a fun fight. I like that fight a lot.
It is a fun fight, despite all of its, shenaniganry. It's probably one of the cooler encounters they've done in a while, and you missed out on the Dementia's fight.
Oh, yeah, I was
which
just going to
also
say
a
that.
really fun one.
That one was also
I've heard a lot
really
about
good.
it.
I actually prefer Dementius and Lura over the Illyria fight because the Illyria fight just feels long and drawn out just for the sake of being long and drawn out.
I don't know that I agree
But
with that opinion, but sure.
it's an opinion. It's okay to be wrong.
That's correct.
But yeah,
It
my
is okay to be wrong, Rocket.
me getting into calling that fight and doing all the shapes and glaives and all that.
No, you got to say it right, sir.
Glaives.
Glaives.
I still didn't max out like I do at Raid Night. I don't know. There's some.
No, I don't want to blow out people's eardrums.
Yeah, I gotta be in the mood. I gotta be in the zone. I gotta be.
That's true.
Saving people from glaives,
especially Trog.
Save us from ourselves.
But I mean, that role doing that calling was really natural to me because I played a lot of competitive League of Legends. I would join leagues in Discord. Shout out like Risen Esports. I did their league for a long time, and I was a shot caller in League of Legends for a long time, playing in these competitive leagues. So being able to move over to World of Warcraft, and then I see the fight, I know how it is. Just being able to vocalize that, I mean, it's so natural because I'd done it for so long in League of Legends. And you guys were asking for people to say shapes. So I was like, yeah, I can say shapes.
That's interesting. I have never heard of that League of Legends. I've only been a really casual player, though. So are you playing the game while doing the callouts, or are you like the sixth man, like surveying the whole battlefield?
No. That was I played support, and a lot of the times, I mean, you have the less cognitive load. So being able to play support and do callouts was you do that all at the same time.
So what I just heard, Trog, is Winmar's volunteering to do callouts from now on.
I'd be absolutely fine to do raid callouts.
I'm just teasing you a little bit, but yeah, like I said, you're obviously good at it. I want to say that the times that we've downed it, I think a lot of it has been your ability to call them out. And mistakes happen. We're all human, and people design add-ons and such. But I would much rather do things naturally without computerized automated assistance.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there like shows spiel before we ever get into fights. I love that, and I think he does an amazing job of laying out exactly what's gonna happen and what we all have to do. But my mind kind of shuts off, and I don't listen. No, no disrespect, Joe, but I mean, it's hard to visualize a fight that you haven't seen. So being able to get into the fight and then hearing those instructions while being in the fight, I think that at least for me,
you were there for our first few polls on that, right? Where he's just you guys just want to YOLO it, and we're like, yeah. Let's YOLO and see what we can see.
Well, man, that is like Winmar. That is me every single time. I am a very hands-on learner, and like instructions verbally never work for me. They just don't connect in my brain. So that's why, like, every time we see a new boss, I'm like, can we just do like one poll where we don't care and we just see what happens? Because that like gives me way more information than anything else.
The thing I love is when everyone's always like, just read the dungeon journal. I'm like, if I wanted to read, I'd go read a book. I wouldn't be playing WoW.
Yeah, and I mean, the way my brain works, I can read the dungeon journal. I could study that thing for a fucking month and I have no idea what's going to come
I could tell you
next.
all the different mechanics, but I wouldn't know how to deal with them.
Yep, same here. I would forget the moment I was done reading.
Right? And again, all credit to the chosen one who leads us into battle valiantly on his back. I'm kind of the same way. I get pretty ADD and I tune out about halfway through. But I will say that there have been times where he lays it out really rapid fire quick. And then as long as I have that like ground level knowledge of what to expect, I can build on that just by doing. And it usually takes us 2 or 3 times and then we get it down.
That's kind of why when I'm explaining mechanics, when I take over for that, because I tend to switch once we've done it a few times, I'm the one doing the initial explanation. I very intentionally like I try to just name the couple of things that are most important and to just do it lightning fast so that we can get going.
Right.
Because then hopefully everybody continues to pay attention.
Right. And it's, you got to remember there's quite a few of us who struggle with the tism and the ADHDness and stuff like that in our, raid composition as well. So it's like the less time we spend standing around doing nothing and the more time we spend actually like doing the thing, the better off we all are.
Well, yeah.
But a good example of that is like the Sporefall fight. I love how easy that fight is because we can literally say at the top of it, hey, stack on the tank wherever they are. Tanks know what to do. Run your circles out and kill the far one.
That fight, that fight is
that's
one of
the explanation.
Easiest fights we've had. I mean, it was a DPS check, but the mechanics of that fight are nothing.
It's literally nothing if you just do the things. If you just all stack.
It's just follow show, blast the ads.
Yeah,
that's all the
much.
instruction you need.
Yep,
pretty much. I love that fight.
I do too.
So, talking about like things other than mechanics and such like that, one of the other cool things that I think you bring is just a break of the monotony while we're standing around. Trog, you want to hit on that?
Oh, you mean gambling?
Yes, gambling.
You mean intentionally losing the rest of the guild's money to a pug on raid night?
Yeah, why would you do such a thing, Winmar?
I'm a gambling addict. I don't know. I don't know. It is. So, have you ever seen Uber Danger's classic series, Swakwicktus?
No.
If you haven't seen it, it's a phenomenal YouTube series of him going through classic WoW and
I will
playing.
Have to check it out.
And a big story arc in that is him learning what death rolling is and then just death rolling like crazy. And I mean, you'd have to watch it. It's very entertaining. But that's
His
where I
name
learned
is
about death rolling.
Uber Danger?
Uber Danger, yes.
I'm going to check it out for sure.
I
So
that.
For those who aren't aware, death rolling is basically gambling with gold while we're waiting for things to happen. And I just want to say that I lived up to what I said would happen, which is the one time I felt brave enough, I actually won and I walked away. But then, like, what was it, a few weeks later or whatever, I had the gumption to do it against Show and I never should have. Because the minute I gave him the gold, he gave half of it away right away.
Yeah.
So literally what Winmar is doing is redistributing the guild's wealth within the guild. Except when there's a pug who wins, Winmar.
Yeah, that one, what was it, a priest that won, what, 400k off me, 300k?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a lot of...
That's a token!
To anybody that doesn't know, Winmar started doing death rolls and won every frickin' one.
Every single time. We all accused him of loot hacking.
We really did.
So, for perspective, I joined the guild with about 10,000 gold. At one point, I had 700,000 gold. All of it made through rolling guildies.
Just death rolling while waiting to pull.
Now I have like 6,000 gold, I think. I had gambled it all away.
Things have gone full circle.
I need to call a hotline.
You kind of do.
But if you're not doing that, then we won't have as much fun. And besides, then I can't make up the fun jokes and call you Losemar anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it is just something to do while we wait, because I think it's just a byproduct of WoW and the game it is and rating and the way that it works. There's going to be a lot of downtime. There's going to be breaks. There's going to be time where you're sitting there and you're ready to go, but, I mean, you got 19 other people there. You got to kind of wait for everyone to get ready, everyone to be on it.
Unfortunately, we can't all synchronize our bladders all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, having something to break that up.
Why not? I do that
gambling.
all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I encourage everyone to get the raid bucket trademark.
You have a raid bucket?
I do have a raid bucket.
How full is it?
It's not full right now. We're not raiding.
Fair enough. You
You
only
know?
use your raid bucket when raiding?
That
Yes.
that was a fair
I dig
answer to
it.
that question.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Touche.
Yeah, right now it doesn't matter if I get up and walk away. See ya, everybody. Just kidding.
See how seriously he takes this podcast. Trog's starting to look
do.
good now, huh?
Yeah, you know, anything I can do to help Trog look good. That's why I'm here. Don't forget to publish on time.
Oh, I'm gonna forget just for you.
But so, what are some other ways that you think we could break up the monotony? I mean, I feel like death rolls are one way, but like there used to be all kinds of like people would do Hearthstone like matches in the middle of like waiting around and stuff like that. Like they'd throw down the Hearthstone board and play a game or something like that. Just all the stupid toys, like the dumb rainbow toy or the toys that make you gigantic, and then my current favorite is the Murloc Shrine.
You remember what everybody used to do during downtimes of raid? Choo choo.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Well, that's why I bought the train buster.
Yeah, I do not miss that whatsoever.
I feel like there needs to be more diversionary stuff like that, though.
Yeah, I think there's also something to be said for just shooting crap with the guildies, right? Having that downtime, I mean, it gives you an opportunity to just, talk to people and,
Tell stories.
you guys have said it a million times here. WoW is a very social game, right? And
Well, I mean,
having
the
that time to do the
socialness is
social.
what keeps me playing, and even during the dark times when I had no guildmates, or people playing with me, I would still try to seek out some sort of social aspect of it, whether it's like go out to the new weekly area and just hang with people randomly doing stuff, But yeah, solo play is fine, but it's at the core, I really do believe that WoW is a social game, and that's why a lot of us play it is just to, hang with the guys and girls
I play it
and
entirely.
furries.
I play it entirely to harass Rocket.
Well, I mean, if that's why you play the game, why do you do it outside of the game, Trog?
Oh, because it's all a collective meta experience, WoW is a very
Ugh.
meta game now.
It is. It is. They have actually, gone metaverse with it. So, yeah, okay. I could see that. You just want to keep the feeling going throughout the rest of my day.
Yeah, I don't want you to, feel left out or anything.
Awesome. Well, thank you for not neglecting me.
You're welcome. I'm always here for you, sir. Always here.
So, Winmar, how long have you been a member of the guild?
I mean, whenever season 1 dropped, for
Of
midnight.
midnight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you missed out on a lot of the shenanigans that we used to pull in Undermine. There were quite a few fun times that we used to do in there. And honestly, were you with us when we did that run last week?
I was. I got to see Undermine for the first time and
Yeah.
watch us just absolutely plow through it.
That felt really good after all the hard times we had in there.
Till we got to
But,
that damn slot
some-
machine.
Some of the stuff that I remember most fondly is just like whenever someone new to the raid group would join and we'd be on Vexy and we'd tell them to go stand in the spot you're not supposed to stand.
Oh, that's like when we told the new guys to kneel on salad bar.
Yeah, just kneel. It gives you a buff. So, I mean, if you're not, messing with people a little bit, are you even playing WoW? I mean, let's be real.
You know what we haven't really had this time, but I've liked in some other raids, is like at the end when you like beat the whole thing and then like the Lich King's throne. It was funny when we finally beat the Lich King in Wrath and the whole raid filled up with, oh, I want to screenshot myself on the throne. I want to screenshot this group of people on the throne. And we just stood there for
Right.
like an hour afterwards, just having a great time.
Well, I mean, that was doing that at level was a big deal, man.
Oh yeah. I have
I remember
somewhere
how hard that fight
a
was.
recording of the very first time we stepped into that place as a guild.
Oh no.
Because somebody recorded our very first attempt. We didn't do like an explanation or anything. We just charged the Lich King and went. And
And let me guess, darkness everywhere.
so I think I yell Leroy or something on the mic. And then one of the tanks, Jimmy, says, I got this. And then the whole thing just goes sideways.
That's great.
It was really a lot of fun. Yeah.
See, these are the moments that I enjoy most. There was we had one of those moments, I want to say, in War Within, during the Undermine. It was the conveyor boss.
Oh,
The conveyor boss.
that's because
we
that
just went for it
explanation's
one
like
time.
a half hour long.
Right? We just went for it one time and we almost killed it by doing it that way, just not taking the time to explain it. And I was like, man, could that just be like how we do things from now on? Is just go for it.
God, I wish. That's so good.
We almost had him. I think there was like maybe 10 people out of no, because we had a smaller raid team. So yeah, there was like 5 people left alive and he just ended up killing them all.
One of my favorite moments like that was the first time we saw Salad Bar this expansion. That
my
Poor salad bar, by
was
the way.
hilarious. We're like, oh, we'll just take one attempt and then we're done for the night. And then we
Nuked him.
beat him mercilessly.
First try.
5 minutes left in raid. Hey, let's go see what he does, you know,
Yeah,
so we
let's
get an
go
idea for
it.
next week.
I don't want to wait till Friday.
That was awesome.
I feel bad for Salad Bar. Let's be honest. So he wasn't really that difficult in the other raid either.
No.
And then he gets way less difficult in this raid.
We definitely wiped on him more times in Manaforge than we did in the current expansion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manaforge, he was a little bit more difficult, especially that very last phase where you had to spread out and like put the orbs all around the room and then shoot them. Like that was a little nutso.
Oh, I actually forgot about that part of it. Yeah.
That was the part of the
Okay.
fight that like I struggled with the most.
Fair's fair. Yeah, he was way more challenging in that raid. But like then he makes his bargain with Zalatath and becomes weaker.
Yeah,
I love
that
it.
was very weird.
Yeah, I don't know. My only experience of Salad Bar is in Voidspire. I didn't, because obviously I didn't play before that, and I'm pretty sure he's the weakest boss I have ever faced. In all of Midnight, of all the bosses in Midnight, he's by far the easiest.
It's definitely the one we
Well,
wiped on the least.
his mechanics are so easily manageable, I think, is the thing, as long as people manage the orbs, and that's really all you got to do.
Yeah. Well, it's
Because
true.
if you blow up the orbs too quick, then everyone takes damage, and that's what'll wipe you.
I always forget when we're doing that on normal that that's not a thing.
Right?
Yeah.
I always go slow, and then I'm like, wait, I could actually just be blowing this up right now.
And yeah,
What,
I mean, there's some mechanics on that like the spinny circle that he does with the lines. That you can just stand still. You don't have
Honestly,
to move.
for that, yeah, that's up to the tanks wherever they're standing. They need to be in a good spot to give people enough room to go in a circle.
That was the most
Because
frustrating.
it doesn't do enough damage.
That was the most frustrating thing when we started that fight to me was that for just consequence, right? Every time the boss would stop to start spinning around with those lines, he would always be like wedged in some corner somewhere.
Yeah, right up against a wall with no room to go.
That frustrated
But
me.
That
quite a
was
bit.
so you said you played a lot of Mythic Plus in what, Dragonflight?
yeah.
So how did that go?
I honestly, genuinely do not remember most of it. My brain and its ability to remember things, like memories, is really bad. I got really bad memory. obviously Algathar Academy. We have that now, and I
Right.
remember that one a lot. And I think that's only because I had the reminder. I couldn't tell you another
Well, the good
dungeon
news
from
is
there.
they're all coming back. So
All of them?
slowly but
Oh,
surely, yeah. So in the next seasonal rotation, we'll have I think two of them from Dragonflight.
Oh, really? Two?
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
know
that.
one for sure is the Ruby Life Pools,
I've done that one.
I vaguely.
but
Does that have little dragons in it?
yeah, it's the one where once you kill the first boss, you fly up and you do the whole thing as a circle. It's got
Gotcha. Okay.
the
Yeah,
fire
yeah, yeah.
boss with the flaming boulder and whatnot.
Mhm.
But
Nod and smile, boys. Nod and smile.
so see, I have the opposite problem. I remember lots of mechanics uh to the point that like my brain is full. So when I'm in the moment, sometimes I forget which thing I'm doing and I do the wrong thing.
God, I can't imagine walking around with all that information in your head.
You
I can still tell you how to get through Sholomance step by step.
you know why I don't have that information stored in my brain, Rocket? Because I have a game room of like a few thousand board and card games, and I can tell you how to play almost every single one that I have played
Yeah, I don't have that. I only have it for WoW.
in the hundreds, and I can tell you, uh, yeah,
And actually, I need to correct myself. It's not just WoW. It's other platformy type games that I've played too. So like I can tell you how to do the playthrough of Fable from start to finish, depending how you want to end the game. Knights of the Old Republic, both of them, I can tell you. So like I don't know if it's. I mean, it's a touch of the tism for sure, but like I just have like this Rain Man remembering ability with weird random mechanics, especially things I've done multiple times.
don't don't touch me with your tism.
It'll be passed
Trog,
through Discord.
I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, you got your own tisms, Trog.
Oh, that's very true. I can't deny that at all. When I don't remember, I think we said it last week, how many hours I've put into the game I'm playing right now. It's a little sick.
Yeah. So as far as like current stuff, Winmar, do you enjoy running the keys and stuff, or do you mainly just raid?
I mean, I don't know. I like running keys, but also group finder is hell if there's not
Agree.
people in the guild ready to do it.
Cancer.
Agree.
And getting into like sitting down and getting ready to actually go and do a dungeon and then putting that time investment, I don't know. It feels more like a chore recently
Yeah.
than a actual enjoyable game. That's why I mostly am just showing up to raid because I have
Yeah.
just enough eye level to, be fine and
Well, that's kind of like we're gonna talk to Tally about the solo play, you know, in the future, but like that's kind of why I enjoy Midnight is it gives you enough options to gear and do the things you want to do. Like you don't feel like you have to do mythics in order to go into the raid because you can do the prey hunts, you can do your delves, you can do all kinds of other things that'll give you at least up to heroic track item level, which is good enough to go into heroic raid.
mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you on that. The group finder for Mythic Plus is absolute cancer. Um, I don't know what the solution is. Trog and I have, beaten this horse to death many a time. If they would I don't know. I feel like if they would separate out the tryharders from the people who just want to do the dungeons, like take away the timer for the people who don't care, and then give the timer to the people who do care, and give those people something fancy as a reward, I'd be totally cool with it. If it means I could just spam my dungeons and, get some upgrades here and there, not necessarily tied to if I complete it within a time limit, I think that's a much better idea.
We have talked a lot about how much we disagree with a timer being the motivation, and um, Yeah.
It's just so punishing after you've spent 30 minutes waiting for a group, 30 minutes in the group to fail and get nothing but like a scrap of gold.
You know what, Blizzard?
Really kind of
You know
sucks.
what they tried to do for this? They tried to add in those
The rerolls, yeah.
no, not just the rerolls. I'm talking about the terrible queue experience, right? So they added
Oh,
in casual
oh,
learning, relaxed, or competitive or something as the choices.
right,
I
right.
I just I don't know if that's made any difference because I kind of feel like Winmar, right? Like if there's a group of people on the guild that want to run mythics, like I'm down and I'll join. But when I'm like at night when everybody else has already gone offline and I'm still hanging out, I feel like, well, I could do some mythic pluses. I'm geared enough, but then I'm like, or not.
Yeah, 100%. And this happened to me recently. I was doing it earlier today because Bill needs, well, Rocket needs Bill to have all his 12s done. It's not something I needed to do, but I felt like I had to. So I ended up pugging a couple of groups. And in that group finder, every single time I would try to pull up the 12s I was looking for, everyone lists it as competitive. And all that tells me is I won't fit in with these people.
I usually only look at ones that are listed as relaxed.
Yeah, anything that says relax is what I apply to. But
I
when
completely
there's
ignore
none
it.
listed, yeah.
Because I
Sorry, I
mean,
walked on you.
it's no, you're good. You're good. It's just a drop down that you're forced to pick, and
Yep.
I'm pretty sure like at least 80% of the population of people that are
They
going
don't even
to
know what they chose.
they don't know what they chose. They don't look when they're applying. Nobody cares,
Yep.
right? It's
I
not
look
a
when
way
I
to actually
apply,
change anything.
but yeah, the people who actually engage with it at the highest level aren't going to care.
The funniest part is when we list a raid and we have 4 healers already, and I list only need DPS, and then only healers apply to that raid. That's the best.
Well, and then if you list looking for tanks and heals, only DPS show up.
Every freaking time.
It's got to be opposite day apparently every day.
It's always opposite day for Rocket.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a way for at least in raid for them to filter who can apply, like if you are a healer, it'll show up in your raid finder thing because
I
we're
would
looking for a
love
healer.
that.
That I mean, that's one option, but
Yeah, don't let the DPS even see our group if we're not looking for DPS.
So, Winmar, so you've played a lot of League, right? That's one of your core games.
yes, yeah, a lot of League of Legends.
So,
That explains a lot.
how how does kind of WoW's community, because League of Legends has a famously toxic community, how do you feel like the WoW community compared to the League of Legends community?
So I guess I'd like to categorize both the WoW community and the League of Legends community into two different groups because you have the group that you solo queue into in League of Legends or Group Finder, the people that you find in there, randoms on the internet. And then there's the groups like the Guild here and all the competitive discords that I was in where I was running in leagues. I think the Guild, amazing. I think those competitive discords, amazing. And I think that's because you're around these people a lot more. You are regularly here, and the anonymity of being just a random player on the team kind of goes away.
Yeah.
Uh, as for Group Finder, I mean, it's not as bad as solo queue in League of Legends. It's I've been called some heinous things in League of Legends.
So
Um,
I'll give a tiny example of something that literally just happened before our podcast, you guys. Show was running time walkings and I jumped on my leveling evoker healer that I'm doing, and Wyland showed up and wanted to heal for time walking as well. So I'm like, well, I'll just queue up as healer and DPS so that it lets us queue, but then I'll just stay in healing spec. It's a time walking, no big deal. And instantly, about halfway through the run, someone has to be like, 2 healers? And I'm like, dude, it's a time walking. It's not a key. We're going to be all right. And he's like, what a dumb thing to say. And I'm like, bro, What do you want from me? I'm just here for XP.
I love when you beat tryhards in time walking.
And time walking. Get over yourself. Like our tank show on his druid could probably do this by himself if it would let him.
You could remove probably. I could solo that on my warrior.
That's what I'm saying. If it would allow me to solo queue for time walking, that would be swell. Ugh.
Man.
It's always stupid, trivial content where you meet the worst people sometimes.
I think that's human nature. There's always going to be someone you're not doing this perfectly optimally, which means you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Which, I mean,
there is no wrong
incorrect.
in time walking unless we're dying, which we weren't. And as an evoker, a lot of my stuff is damage based anyway. So like I'm still participating. But like, yeah, so we had 2 healers. So what? Just don't stand in dumb and you'll be fine.
But I wasn't standing in dumb and I'm not fine.
Well, that's you, Trog.
I feel this is false advertising, sir.
And that's, that's not the first time something stupid like that has happened. I want to say there was a time I was doing on my Demon Hunter, I was Havoc, and I was doing a time walking, and I queued up for tank and just did it as Havoc because I knew I could. And someone instantly had like butthurt feelings about it. I'm like, bro, are you dying? Then shut up.
I think there's something to be said about the anonymity of the internet and you just saying anything that comes to your mind. In real life and social situations, we have these filters in our head where we're not going to call someone a stupid idiot for doing something slightly imperfectly, right? Or not the way that you'd want to do it. But when you're online and you're into this random group of guys that you're going to be there with for 30 minutes and never see them again, you don't need to have that filter, so people don't. And they just say whatever comes to their brain, even if it is nonsensical.
And I agree. And I think that's a big part of like why I enjoy our raid nights specifically, because it's not usually just a bunch of randoms joining. It's all the people that I enjoy hanging around. And we can say things and, sometimes the line gets a little blurry, but that's what whisper chat is for, And I feel like we are all respectful. We're joking. But when it comes time to actually like put up or shut up and do the fight, we get it done. And that's what I love about us.
We do indeed.
I mean, yeah, it's just hanging out with friends, and there also happens to be a video game there.
Right?
That's what raiding is to me, at least.
Man.
Honestly, if we were all hanging out at like a cafe, I'd be hanging out with all of you without the game.
Yeah, gaming.
The game is just what it just brings me to you.
Gaming is my social outlet.
Yep.
As long as they're gambling at the cafe, I'm in.
We'll death roll for a latte. You
can death roll my latte.
And I can't tell you how many times it came down to like the last 2 rolls for you too, sir. I was like, there's no way he's going to win this, and he wins with a 2.
I'll say death rolling, it doesn't seem like it could be a spectator sport, but it's a spectator sport.
It is, man.
Watching someone roll a 1
the whole time.
Watching somebody start at 100,000 and then cut it by like 90% in the first roll. Yeah. The whole chat erupts.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, how death rolling works is you do /roll in the game for however much you want to bet, and it'll random number generator 1 to whatever that number is. And then the next person does 1 to whatever number you rolled. So it constantly goes down until someone rolls a 1. So it gets lower and lower and lower, and then whoever rolls a 1 loses.
You do not want to roll 1.
But I've seen people roll a 1 from like a 135, and they roll and it hits a 1, and the entire guild goes crazy because, I mean, that's insane.
It is insane. I think that happened the other day. There was like a death roll going on where you guys were just a little bit down, and then 1 roll dropped it all the way to single digits.
Yeah. It's crazy when it goes from like 5 digits to 2.
Yeah. That's the good stuff. So what
Like I
else?
said, it helps the time go by.
So what else about raids? It's not necessarily about the bosses or whatever, right?
Hmm, that's a good question.
This is
I think it helps that raid is later in the night for me. Because I mean I work at 9 to 5. I wake up at 6:30 every morning. So having raids be at 8 Eastern and then 9 Eastern, going to 11 o'clock. I mean I get a little tired, which makes me get a little goofy, and that brings out the goofy. And I think
Let's
that
be
happens
real,
for a
you're
lot of
goofy to
people.
begin with.
Yeah, but I'm more goofy at raid night.
that is
I can vouch for that. There was the other night where you were clearly getting tired, and it was highly entertaining for me.
On top of that, I'm also a narcissist with an audience. So I mean, of course, I'm gonna pop off and say shit because I love being the center of attention.
you are one extension of Mito, and boy, I hope Mito hears this podcast, gets jealous.
Earlier, Trog accused me of beating Mito Incarnate. I forget what brought it on, but I couldn't tell if I was supposed to be offended or if it was a compliment.
I don't remember either now. Oh,
You're
so
just
I
throwing
still
around aspersions like it's nobody's business right now.
well, isn't that what you do?
I guess.
That's certainly what Trog does.
Whenever we get to the paladin fights, I still think of them as the Council of Mitos, the Council of Bad
Council of-
Mitos.
Yeah, the evil Mitos.
The evil Mito specifically. Yes. Oh. So what about the achievement runs? Because that's another thing that we do in Guild with the raids, right? Show usually leads those because he's really good at knowing exactly what to do to get the achievement.
And he's got the tracker.
I have the tracker, but man, it annoys the crap out of me
Yeah,
sometimes, so I turn it off.
I don't want to. I don't want to install it because of how annoying it was.
It is. I have to keep it turned off unless we're specifically doing something like that.
I love achievement nights. I just wish I could be around for more of them, but they always happen on my long days at work.
It's because you're a slacker.
Yeah, this being my first raid tier, I didn't even know those existed. So I just showed up to raid one night and I'm like, oh, these achievements. This is cool. I mean, that's something I didn't even imagine was a thing. Little just Easter eggs in all the fights. That was sick. I love it.
And sometimes they're pretty fun. Like I actually like the one at the big dinosaur, where you have to like take this little dude and feed him throughout the fight. I thought that was one of those really fun achievements.
Come on,
On,
little Gunther, get your food. Dinner time.
Okay, you are now full. Take a nap.
Yeah, that one was good.
night.
I kind of like the tic-tac-toe too. That was a lot harder, but it was still cool.
I'm sad that I missed out on the dragons one, but I heard you guys get it done.
Yeah, we did.
I
end up
also
getting
missed
that
out on
one
the
done.
dragons one.
Well, maybe we'll do it again, hopefully.
We probably will, because I don't think we've gotten the one from the Paladins or the last one, so we are going to do that again sometime.
Cool. Hopefully I can go.
Yeah, you'll have to.
But yeah, I mean, all those things are fun, and I'm gonna tell on myself a little bit. I've been a slacker. I was supposed to put up an event to go do the currency farm out there in Zolomon, and I still will, but it may have to get pushed back to like next month sometime.
Dude, you've like talked about that every time I've hopped on. You're like, we should do this, and I'm like, yeah.
We should, and then nothing happens. Actually, lots of things outside of the podcast happen.
Yeah, I
That's
get
why
it, dude. I'm
not
only
doing
giving you a little bit of crap.
But I'll try to schedule it for either next week or the week after for sure.
Oh, you totally should, dude.
That's okay. Every day I wake up and I'm like, all right, let me think of something that I could do for the guild. Some guild event. I'm an officer now. Let me think of a guild event. Just
Yeah,
nothing
man,
comes to me,
slacker.
ever. Yeah, I have nothing. The closest I got was Skate suggesting we do PvP. I'm thinking about, stealing that idea from him. Thanks,
I
Skate.
mean, go ahead.
Well, just keep in mind when
he's not running with it.
It doesn't have to be like even something super special at all, right? Like Rocket set up an event for the soccer
Oh
thing,
God,
which
the soccer thing.
well, we were hoping it was a good idea from you, right? And it sounded fun, even though I don't like sports ball at all. I was totally willing to come and hang and do that.
What a letdown.
But like doing something out in the world, I used to a long time ago, like in Burning Crusade and Wrath, I used to run events all the time for the guild that were just going out to Crossroads and defending it, or going out to Stormwind and kicking the crap out of their leader.
Winmar, I just had brainstorm.
Ooh.
You could set up a guild night for us to attack the Alliance.
That would be a lot of fun. I have not done that.
Oh,
in
just
years.
turn war mode on and
No, so you can actually raid their capital cities and kill their leaders. There's achievements for it.
When you
Ooh.
when you go in, it will turn on the war mode immediately, and everyone in Stormwind will try to attack you. All of the guards,
Everyone
everything.
will know you're there.
Yeah.
So one thing I've always known, being a former Filthy Alliance player, is Horde always has an advantage because they can sneak in to Stormwind via the Deep Run tram from Ironforge.
Yeah, you can get pretty
all right,
deep in
I'm
there.
gonna look into that.
Oh, it's so much
I'm
fun.
gonna see how to do it, how to set it up, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that would be a really fun thing. And there's a lot of newer people to the game who probably don't even know that that's a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't.
that's a hell of a fun event. It does require a raid group to get these bosses down, or it used to. Like, I'm talking like
Yeah.
40 plus people to get those bosses down.
Yeah, I think we could do it with 20 nowadays, I think.
Well, I don't know if they've kept
But-
the bosses scaled. I think they scale with the players.
Honestly,
so-
I haven't done it since like freaking Legion, I think.
well, maybe instead of starting with Stormwind, then we should start with something with, a little bit easier.
Draenei. Go to the Draenei capital.
Oh, yeah, that one's still around, right? The Night Elf one is gone, though, yeah?
Yeah, Night Elf is gone.
They're just
think
elves.
you
They didn't
can-
need a capital anyway.
Right. Bunch of tree hugging hippies. But
And,
yeah,
the thing about guild events is finding something that's gonna at least hook enough people to be able to get on, and finding a time where I
Yeah.
think before raid, like Show's doing with the achievement runs, just doing it before raid is, I mean, genius, because everyone's already getting ready to get on anyways. But being
Yeah.
able to find that time and finding something that hooks enough people in to actually be able to do something, I mean, that's the difficult part about it.
I bet you
it
you'd
is.
get a lot of people interested in PvP. Like, I had the idea of doing like a neighborhood housing thing, but not a lot of people in our guild are as into housing as I am. So it kind of fizzled.
I'm totally into housing.
No, you're not, you big fat lion.
I got my rug.
I've been called out.
Well, so I will say this. When they open the ability for people to design houses for other people, I will gladly be the guild interior designer. And for a small fee, I'll make your house awesome.
for a small fee.
To
Honestly,
be
that'll
negotiated
probably-
later.
I don't know anything that's going on in, like, if trade chat still exists or anything like that, but that'd probably be something that happens a lot in trade chat.
So that's one of the worries with this new system they're implementing with the blueprints and whatnot, is that people will just start selling the blueprints. But I feel like if they make them all free, that'll squash it. You know.
What do you mean selling the blueprints? Explain that to me.
So say, for example, if you go to the Reddit for the WoW housing community right now, there's all kinds of really, really cool houses. Like somebody built a Star Destroyer. Somebody built like an AT-AT Walker. So right now, since they're not available to everybody, people can sell their like plans and how to make it like for real money. And then when the blueprints become available in 12.1, the worry is that people are going to try to monetize it. People are going to try to create like a housing black market for the blueprints. But my thing is, if you just make them all free and everyone can have them, that's the way you squash that.
I guess I didn't think about how these things work at all because it had never occurred to me that you would try to sell them. And then when you mentioned that, like if it's an item in game that you
Yeah,
can just
dude,
trade to somebody,
if I've got the freaking Death Star plans, you think I'm just going to give it away for free if I don't have to? I mean, you know,
I mean,
I,
I would,
I
but
get
I'm
where
a
they're
good person.
I get yeah, I get where they're coming from with wanting to make a buck. Trust me. I've been WoW broke for my entire WoW career, but like I don't want to do it that way. That just seems really shady. I want people to like see my creation and go, "Oh, that's really cool. I'm going to copy paste that and keep that as a backup."
I thought when they were talking about blueprints, it wasn't so much an item as just like a way for you to like save for yourself so that you could reuse it. I didn't even think about them being something you could trade or whatever.
Yeah, that's the whole point is you can walk up on somebody's house and you can copy their house if you like it.
Oh, man, I really had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, so it's kind of a double-edged sword because it's like, oh, it's opening up, people to like not have to be as creative with it if they really aren't engaged with it, like you, Trog. So like if you see a house that you really like and you don't want to put the effort in, you just copy paste. Ta-da, done. I have a cool house.
You do have a cool house.
But
I do not. I have a tower
I'm
of
still
death.
excited. I want to build Trog Tower. I really do. I'm excited for it.
I got my rug.
You and your rug, sir.
Is it a rug of you? Like your dragon skinned and on the floor? Because that would be
Ooh,
really good.
that would be mildly disturbing.
That's why
I'm
I
gonna
said
be
really good.
completely real with you. I don't even remember if I placed it.
You just have a rug.
I don't even remember if I placed it. I remember having a rug. I remember moving it around the space. I don't remember if I placed it down or not.
I know that our time is winding down, but I really want to get this out there. I was talking to Reno earlier, and because she goes and like previews some of the Reddit people's builds, right? And I just want to leave everybody with this image in your heads. There is somebody who built a torture house, complete with bleachers for people to watch the torture happen, complete with cages for the people to be stored in, and complete with graves for them to die in.
This got incredibly
found my
dark
alt's
all of a
house?
sudden.
So there is a whole like weird other side of housing that is something I'm not going to engage with, but hey, more power to you if that's what you want to build. And my first thought was, well, that player is probably a warlock.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
That sounds remarkably accurate. Stop that.
I know, sorry. But, I just want to say thanks again for coming on, Winmar. I really enjoy the fact that you are as engaged with the podcast as you are. I hope we continue to entertain you. Don't get bored of listening to us, maybe, I guess is my big worry.
I don't think that's possible. The alternative is just looking out the windshield of my truck in silence. So I think you guys are always gonna have a spot for me on Tuesday morning.
You use us for your drive? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I drive for a living. I drive a box truck, so.
Nice. So, when Trog epically fails, he ruins your entire day, doesn't he?
Yeah, I had to listen to an audiobook today.
What the crap is going on here? What the crap is going on here? No, I do not approve of this abuse.
We are living up to the guild rules, and Rule 1 clearly states, blame Trog.
I would like to point out that we are not in the guild right now.
We are always in the guild, sir, as you so fondly remind me of all the time when you try to get me to do things.
Well, that is true. I guess I can take the abuse this once.
Just this once.
Just this once.
That's right. Take it. Anything else to add, Trog?
No, I really liked having Winmar on as well. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining, sir. And we've really enjoyed having you in the guild as well. You're fun to play the game with. I love that we have a steady healer that shows up every time.
Amen.
Yeah, you and Wyland make a really good baseline for the team that keeps us all alive when Trog butt pulls everything in the area.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always fun.
Can you leave us with one more round of shapes and glaives?
All right. Well, we got diamond. All right. Next is triangle. Wait, no, that one's diamond. The first one was shit. All right. Well, glaives.
That is exactly how it goes.
That is
Thank
exactly,
you, sir.
yes, that sounds very real to life.
Well, everybody, until next time, I'm Rocket. That's Trog.
Bye, everybody.
Stay salty.
And